Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Iceman and Bob, Tech and Gaming. Thank you for coming through to watch my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe while you're here. We're going to do a comparison between the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic, a cheap $20 lavalier wireless mic, the iPhone mic itself, as well as the Airpods Pro 2s. Many people wonder which one is more feasible for various types of situations, and in this video, you will get to see how they all stack up. We will do an indoor comparison as well as an outdoor comparison, and you will see what all of them sound like with no background noise as well as background noise. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and I hope this helps you all to make a decision and understand, especially whether those cheap $20, and it may vary in price, but the entry-level wireless lavalier mics are worth it for you. So let's go ahead and get right into this. In this particular portion of the video, you are listening to the mic quality on a Studio Condenser XLR microphone running 48 volts phantom power. This is the ideal situation to capture audio on. In this video, however, we're going to show you various situations that are more reasonable for the average person out there. You may find yourself outdoors needing some type of ability to capture the audio, and that is why I'm doing this test. So I hope you enjoy this comparison. At this point in time, you are listening to the audio on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. I am currently using the necklace attachment. There are various different types of attachments, and from my testing, there really isn't any audio difference between using any of these. So it's literally a convenience preference, a personal preference. Maybe you don't want one or the other seen in your video content. So that's what they're for. But nonetheless, this is the audio here so that you can compare what this sounds like in the exact same environment of a studio condenser mic. We're going to turn on noise cancellation first, and then we will switch back over to the studio condenser mic. Right now, you are listening to noise cancellation on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. Please let me know what you think, if there's any quality difference. This is one of the very few lavalier mics that actually has virtually identical audio quality when you turn on noise cancellation. All the others give you this robotic, tinny, tiny sound. And for professional type of recording in this type of environment, or any environment rather, it's generally not preferred. But on here, it sounds really good, especially if you have a lot of loud background noise. It's going to give you some very clean, very professional sounding audio. So we'll switch the noise cancellation off. And at this point in time, we're back to the regular audio in terms of noise cancellation. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this portion. Again, take this into consideration when you compare this to a studio condenser mic that's using XLR power. You are currently listening to the audio on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. I am currently using the necklace attachment, as you can see, but the audio would still be the same whether you were to use that, pin it on your collar, or pin it on your shirt. Once again, this is an indoor test of the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic, and I will turn on noise cancellation just for the sake of testing. If you're able to take a look here at my shirt, you should see that the light turned green to indicate that noise cancellation is on. This is what your voice would sound like in an indoor setting using this Hollyland lavalier wireless mic with noise cancellation. We're going to turn it back off. And there you have it. This is what the audio sounds like on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. This is an indoor audio quality test on the iPhone itself. I am currently roughly about 3.5, 4 feet away from the iPhone itself. Hopefully, you can hear me pretty clear. We're going to see what the audio sounds like. Again, this is on the iPhone itself. You are currently listening to the mic quality on the AirPod Pro 2s. As you can see, I have one in each ear. This is what the audio will sound like. Again, this is an indoor test, as you can see, and we will see what this sounds like in comparison to the iPhone itself, as well as the cheap $20 mic, which we are about to switch over to. We are currently listening to the audio on the cheap $20 wireless mic. I am sitting roughly 3.5 to 4 feet away from the iPhone itself. Nonetheless, the cheap $20 wireless mic is pinned on my shirt. Hopefully, my audio is coming through loud and clear, and I hope that you have enjoyed this portion of the audio comparison test. You are currently listening to the audio on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. We're going to do the test as usual, turn on the water faucet as well as the garbage disposal, and we will use noise cancellation just to give you an idea what your voice would sound like if you were to speak and use this wireless mic in these conditions. Let's get the water going. At this time, as you can see, the water is running and you are listening to my voice with that type of background noise. Let's add the garbage disposal. We have the water faucet running as well as the garbage disposal. Let's see what my voice sounds like. Now, I will turn on noise cancellation to get a test as well. We do have noise cancellation on, and you tell me in the comment section what you think about the noise cancellation abilities as well as the quality of my voice. I'm speaking in the same volume. I haven't turned my voice level up or down. Just to give you a fair comparison, let's remove the garbage disposal. At this time, the garbage disposal has been turned off, as you can hear, or hopefully hear. I don't know how well the noise cancellation is working, and it's just the water faucet going. I will turn the water faucet off as well. And now this time you are listening to my voice with noise cancellation on. And again, there are no noises in the background. So let me know what you think. I will do this test one more time just for comparison's sake. So I will continue to have noise cancellation on. Let's add the water back in. All right, the water's back in, and then we're going to add the garbage disposal noise in one more time. You have the water faucet going, the garbage disposal going, and regardless of how it may sound to you, this is a very noisy indoor scenario. So you all let me know what it sounds like, and obviously I will find out when I watch the video over. You are currently listening to the audio on the iPhone itself. Right now, there is no background noise. We're going to turn on the water faucet and then turn on the garbage disposal machine to see if you can still hear me clearly. All right now we have the water running. This would simulate if you were washing dishes, for instance, while talking on the phone. And then we're going to turn on the garbage disposal. Okay, so right now, hopefully you can still hear me clearly. This is what the mic audio quality would sound like if you were washing dishes and talking on the phone while running the garbage disposal. Let's turn all of this off. And let's go ahead and switch over at this point to the AirPod Pro 2s. You are now listening to the mic audio quality on the AirPod Pro 2s. Again, this is indoors. We're going to turn on the water faucet as well as the garbage disposal to simulate what the mic quality would sound like if you were, say, washing dishes. So let's get the water going. All right now this is what my voice sounds like with the water running on the Airpods Pro 2s. And now we will add the garbage disposal. This is what the audio quality would be if you were talking on the phone while washing dishes as well as running the garbage disposal. Let's go ahead and turn all of this off. And there you have it. That is the audio quality on the Airpods Pro 2s. We will now switch over to the cheap $20 wireless mic. You are currently listening to the audio on the cheap $20 wireless mic. We're going to simulate what it would sound like indoors if you were to have, say, a water faucet going as well as a garbage disposal indoors. All right, we're going to add the water faucet noise. Hopefully you can still hear my voice clearly. This is what my voice as well as your voice would sound like if you were to use this wireless mic while, say, washing dishes. We're going to now add the garbage disposal noise. Now that we have both running and both going, hopefully you can still hear my voice clearly. Again, this would be a good simulation if, say, you were washing dishes while using this wireless mic. So we're going to turn everything off. And there you have it. I hope that you have enjoyed this portion of the audio comparison test. Right now, you are listening to the audio on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. What I'm going to do in this motion test is we're going to listen to the audio with the mic in different placements as well as with and without noise cancellation. So right now, noise cancellation is not on, and this is with the mic, as you can see here, placed on my collar. This is, with this particular shirt, this is not my ideal placement. I would prefer it further on my chest, but we'll get to that later. So right now I'm going to begin moving. And what I'm trying to do is simulate how the sound would be if you were to wear this type of shirt and you were filming content and you needed to move like this, okay? So enough of that. We're going to turn noise cancellation on. All right, noise cancellation is on. And once again, we're going to do the same thing. All right, so noise cancellation is on. I'm simulating running, moving, and hopefully you can still hear my voice, okay? All right, so at this point, we're going to switch over to the lower placement on my chest. Right now, I have an airplane going over my head, again with the AC compressor unit on and various background noises. So I have the mic placed here on my chest. This is the ideal location that I like to have it in. So let's simulate what it would sound like if you were to run or have a lot of movement. All right, so right now I'm running, moving side to side, bending down, squatting, jumping, and doing all types of movement. So let's see what the voice sounds like. And now we're going to activate noise cancellation. If you're able to take a look here, you'll see the light is green. It may be hard to see with the daylight, but nonetheless it's green. So noise cancellation is on. Again, there is an airplane in the sky, AC compressor unit, and my apologies if I appear to be out of breath. I've been doing a lot today. So let's go ahead and do the motion test with noise cancellation on, with the mic on this particular location on my chest. All right, so we're running again, moving side to side, squatting, jumping, bouncing around, and hopefully My voice is coming through pretty good. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Enough of that. And at this point in time, we're going to switch over to the neck location. All right. Right now, I have the neck location, as you can see, being utilized with the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless mic. I'm going to again run, and then I'll turn on noise cancellation, and hopefully you can hear me. Again, there's an AC compressor unit on. There's an airplane going across the sky right now, and various other noises such as birds and what have you. All right, so we're running right now, jumping. As you can see, I have the mic literally bouncing up and down. I don't even know what location. Okay, it's back in the right location. Squatting, moving. I just want to give you an idea that if you were to move, this is what it would sound like. Now, obviously, if you were walking, it's not going to be any motion, and the neck location would just stay the same. So that's what it sounds like with motion. Let's turn on noise cancellation. Okay, if you're able to see, it's green here. Nonetheless, the noise cancellation is on. The wind is actually blowing right now. So let's see what this sounds like with airplanes, wind blowing, the AC compressor unit, birds, and other various noises. All right, so let's go. All right, so we're running again, jumping. As you can see, I have it flopping all over my neck. We're running again, squatting side by side. Hopefully you can still hear me. And again, if you were to just walk as normal, you would be able to hear everything fine. So what we're gonna do now is switch over to doing all of the mic locations with the dead cat attached. All right, as you all can see, this time we're listening to the Hollyland Lark M2 with the dead cat. Again, it's on my collar location, and we're going to simulate the same motion noise. Again, airplanes are going by, there's some wind noise, birds chirping, and an AC compressor unit, as well as cars going by. So let's go ahead and simulate the motion. All right, so I'm running right now. This is what it sounds like if you were to have this clipped on your collar and you were to run. I'm jumping, as you can see, moving all around side to side, and this is what it would sound like. Now we're going to turn on noise cancellation and do the same test. All right, so we have noise cancellation on. Again, the same stimuli in the background. Let's go ahead and simulate what it would sound like with noise cancellation on. All right, so I'm running again, jumping. One good thing I can say is that this mic is very stable in terms of its attachment. It's not going anywhere unless you're doing some extreme sports. And obviously you would do some other type of attachment situation. But this is what it sounds like with noise cancellation if you were to get into some type of motion situation. So let's go ahead and switch to the lower placement on my chest, and we will go from there. At this time, we now have the mic with the dead cat lower on my chest, as I've done before, except as I mentioned, we're using the dead cat. There is a bird chirping, going crazy in the background, airplanes, wind, AC compressor unit, and some vehicles going by. So let's go ahead and see what this sounds like if you were to get into a motion type of situation. Let's go. All right, so I'm running right now, bending down, I'm jumping, I'm moving side to side. Hopefully you can still hear me. Again, you can see that the mic is there. This is what it would sound like if you were to talk on this mic while running or doing some type of crazy motion wearing the mic in this location. Okay, so we're going to stop that, and now we're going to turn on noise cancellation. All right, so we have noise cancellation on, and once again, I'm going to do that motion test. Let's see what I sound like. All right, so here we go again. Again, running, bending down, moving side by side, jumping. I'm jumping. I'm getting a lot of exercise, by the way, just so that you all know. Okay, and again, this is basically what it would sound like having the mic with the dead cat on in this particular location on your chest. So let's go ahead and switch to the neck hang location. At this time, we are using the neck hang location of the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless mic with the dead cat. We're going to simulate motion again. You have the same stimuli in the background. So this time, let's go without noise cancellation. All right, so I'm running. You can see that I have the mic bouncing a little bit off of my chest, but it's a little more stable with the dead cat. So I'm moving side by side, I'm jumping. You can literally see the mic bouncing up and down, squatting, moving all around. Hopefully you can hear me. This is what your voice would sound like using the dead cat with the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless mic in the neck location. So let's stop that. Let's turn on noise cancellation at this time. All right, so we have noise cancellation turned on. The mic is in the same neck hang location, same stimuli in the background. Let's see what my voice would sound like in a motion scenario. All right, so I'm running. You can literally see the mic is bouncing all over the place around my neck. This would not be an ideal scenario. If you were to run, I wouldn't recommend the neck hang, but it is what it is. I'm jumping. Hopefully y'all can hear me jumping, moving all around. I don't know what this sounds like. And again, enough of that. I'm gonna kind of straighten this out a little bit. And that's what you would get if you were to use the dead cat with the neck hang location while running or doing a similar type of motion on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. You are currently listening to the audio on the iPhone itself. Right now I'm standing still, but I will begin to jump and move around to simulate some type of motion and see what the actual quality sounds like audio wise. All right, so expect the video to be shaky. So right now I'm jumping around, I'm moving around, I'm doing all types of things. I'm running, simulating what it would sound like on the phone itself if you were in motion. All right. So at this point in time, we're going to switch over to the Airpods Pro 2s and we will see what they sound like. You are currently listening to the audio on the Airpods Pro 2s. As you can see, I have one in both ears, and this is the audio before I begin to move. Now I'm going to move as I did earlier on the phone itself. Expect the video quality to be shaky. It's not a video quality test, it's an audio quality test. So let's go. Okay, so right now I'm jumping and simulating running around on the Airpods Pro 2s. We're gonna see what they sound like with motion. Hopefully you all can hear me just good. And with that being said, that's enough of that. So at this point, we're going to switch over to the cheap $20 wireless mic and see what it sounds like. You are currently listening to the audio on the cheap $20 wireless mic, which is right here. There are currently bird noises in the background. You may hear vehicles go by. There is some wind noise, and there are planes in the sky. I don't know if any of those sounds are translating into the video, at least at the time of this recording. Obviously, you all are finding out right now watching this video, but nonetheless, I'm going to simulate motion, and we're going to see if we hear any other type of noises, any type of feedback, popping, banging, or any of those things. All right, so let's go ahead and simulate running. So right now I'm running. Again, this isn't a video stabilization test. That's not what this is for. This is a sound quality audio test. So I'm moving side, bending down, going up, I'm jumping around, and I'm doing all types of movement. All right. So enough of that. Let's find out if there are any peculiar sounds in the background. And I hope you've enjoyed this portion of this audio test. This is a video using the iPhone itself. No mic is included. Right now, I'm going to move the iPhone. video of me using the Airpods Pro 2s. I am again standing very close to an AC fan. Hopefully you can hear me. And what I'm about to do right now is right into the wind of the fan. So hopefully you can still hear me. I literally am right into the fan, almost touching it with my face. All right. So hopefully you can hear me. This is a test using the Lavalier mic. As you can see, I'm holding it away from the phone. And right now, I'm into it, and I'm trying to speak. Hopefully, you can actually hear me speak with the wind blowing, and then I will pull it back. And now I have the mic close to my mouth. So let's see what it sounds like. You are currently listening to the audio on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic. As you can see right here, I currently have birds chirping, there's an airplane going, and I have an AC compressor unit that is also running in the background, which you should hear. We're going to do an extreme wind test with this AC compressor unit, and I will show you in the various noise cancellation modes, as well as using the dead cat. So let's go ahead and get started as is. I'm going to essentially be talking to you right now. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the wind tunnel battle. It's very hard for me to keep my eyes open. The winds are very strong. All right, and so now I'm going to step back. And what I'm currently going to do is activate noise cancellation. Now that we have noise cancellation activated, let's try this a second time. So I'm going to step back. I don't know how the audio came through at that particular portion. So what we're going to do now is reverse the wireless mic underneath my shirt. All right, so as you can see, I have reversed the wireless mic under my shirt. Let's see what I sound like. Okay, so once again, I'm speaking in the wind tunnel. I don't know if my voice is coming through or not. Hopefully it is. As I mentioned earlier, it is very tough to keep my eyes open with this intense wind blowing directly into it. Hopefully you can hear my voice. I'm going to step back. And this time we're going to activate noise cancellation. Okay, so we currently have noise cancellation on again with the wireless mic still under my shirt. Let's attempt this again. Once again, I am pretty close to the wind. Hopefully you can hear my voice. As I mentioned before, it is very tough to keep your eyes open in this intense wind. This is an extreme wind scenario, shy of an actual storm that you should be encountering. All right, let's step back. At this time, I'm going to use the dead cat, and we will see what the audio sounds like with the dead cat. For those of you that don't know what that is, it is this. Right now, you are listening to the audio on the Hollyland wireless lavalier mic using the dead cat. And what we're going to do now is get into the wind stream. So once again, I am very close to the wind stream. As you can see, it's blowing my shirt. Hopefully you can hear my voice pretty well. I literally have my face and mouth less than a foot away from the actual fans. So if you can hear me, this is about as intense as it would get to speaking with wind. So let's see how good the dead cat has done. I'm going to step back, and this time we're going to activate noise cancellation with the dead cat. We currently are listening to the audio with noise cancellation on with the dead cat, and I'm going to get back into the wind stream. Once again, we are in the wind stream, less than a foot away. I'm literally inches away from the blade. This is an extreme scenario. Hopefully you can hear my voice. Again, we are listening to audio with the noise cancellation turned on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier mic using the dead cat. And now we'll step away. So hopefully the audio came through loud and clear. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. I would like to know your opinions. My personal opinions is that the audio quality on this is superb and it's about as good as you can get, especially when you either have the mic inside of your shirt or you use the dead cat in an extreme wind scenario. As a final reminder, I have birds chirping in the background. There are airplanes that are flying above my head. You may not see them in camera, but they are flying in the sky. We have the AC compressor unit on, and there may have been other various noises outside. So let's move on to the next portion of this test. You are currently listening to the audio on the iPhone itself. Right now, I'm standing next to two AC units. It is windy outside. There is some road noise. You may even hear some birds occasionally chirping. So what I'm going to do is move close. I have the phone right now directly in between both of the units as shown earlier, and hopefully you can still hear me. So we're going to step back. And again, when I step back, I'm roughly 1.5, maybe 2 feet away from the units, still fairly close. So currently, we're going to switch over at this point to the AirPod Pro 2s. You are currently listening to the audio on the AirPod Pro 2s. You can clearly see that I have them in both ears. I'm standing the same distance away from the AC units. And what I'm currently going to do right now is move directly in between the fans. Hopefully you can still hear me. The wind is blowing obviously from the fans as well as outside. So I'm going to currently step away, and I'm the same 1.5 feet to maybe 2 feet distance away from the units, meaning the fans. So at this point, we're going to switch over to the cheap $20 mic, and we will see how that sounds. Right now, you are listening to the audio on the cheap $20 mic, which I do have pinned right here. It is windy out here, and again, I'm by the AC units outside. What I'm going to do is move my head directly in the center of both units. I am directly in the center of both units. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm going to go ahead and step back. And when I step back, I'm roughly maybe 2 feet away from the AC units. Again, it's windy outside and there is some road noise in the background. So there you have it. I really hope that this video has made your decision making that much easier, especially when it comes to the cheap $20 or so, give or take, entry-level lavalier wireless mics. Obviously, we know if you go with a Rode Wireless Go or DJI mic, we know where they stand. That's top notch. But this is for the entry level, you're on a limited budget type of scenario. So please let me know what you think in the comment section. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. And as I always say, until we stream again.